What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Ice Revolver with episode 8 of the AAA Gamecast. That's right, episode 8. We are here. This will be the first episode of February, so we're going to change the music up a little bit. I'm going to kind of keep this short and sweet. Also, before I forget, shout out to everyone listening. Whether you're on the any podcast platform or you watching this on Facebook or YouTube, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Sharing is caring. Hit that share to whoever and whenever. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening to this. Much appreciated. Today, I don't know how long this will be. I'm going to try to keep it short, around 10-15 minutes or so, but who knows. I kind of wing it. But something I want to talk about is, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this. I wrote like 5 different titles down. I'm still kind of confused, but I really want to get into innovation of games, of not the game consoles themselves per se, but really just the games themselves. Have we in gaming hit our peak? Have video games hit their peak innovation level? And I ask that because if you look at majority of the games from 2018 and even the ones of 2017, it doesn't seem like we've really pushed the envelope or really did anything new. Like, the video games doesn't seem that innovative or new. I don't know. I don't really play all systems concurrently, so I couldn't tell you. Maybe I'm missing something on another console, with me being too busy playing on PC or Xbox or whatever the case is. But you let me know. And I'm not saying this Halo is different than the last Halo. We're not talking about that. What's new? What's something that hasn't been done before? That's what I mean. Have we reached the time or a space in gaming where we can't create anything else new in gaming, or add to any particular genre of game so it seems or feels new again? I can't tell you the last time I've seen a game franchise really innovate outside of its core franchise, or its core genre, I should say. When was the last time? And I mean innovate as in something that matters, like not just change something up from, let's say you got capture the flag in Call of Duty, right? And then the innovation is hard point, which is similar to capture the flag. You just capturing a certain spot or certain amount of space, but there's no flag there. Is that really innovating? Now, I'm not saying Call of Duty or Sledgehammer, Infinity War, Treyarch, Activision. I'm not saying that any of them look at this as in some sort of big leap in innovation, but it's an innovation nonetheless. I haven't seen a first-person shooter really give me anything new outside of what its core gameplay mechanics is. Right? If you look at shooters as a whole, the biggest thing that's made a difference in shooters over the last maybe 4 or 5 years is the battle royale mode. And yes, it goes back to about 4 or 5 years to whenever DayZ came around, and there was something before then, and whatever the case is. So there was battle royale. The idea of battle royale has been around for a long time. And then that made its way to H1Z1, and then PUBG and Fortnite and so on and so forth. And now we got Blackout and some other things, right? But Ring of Elysium, I don't want to leave them out. That they do pretty good. But it's like the biggest thing to switch up shooting games in a long time. And I think that's kind of where I've been at with it. In my last video, I talked about how the end of the year 2018 was kind of like a failure. It was a disappointment because I didn't play the games that long. Like, the replayability of the games were low, and it wasn't only because of content. I don't feel like it was only because of content. I feel like they haven't really given me anything new. Like, once you played of Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 1 to now, I don't really, if you look at Modern Warfare 1 to Black Ops 4, what's really different when you playing the multiplayer? Like, what's really changed? And they're not giving you anything else, right? The next biggest thing, if you take in the Call of Duty franchise, was when they added zombies and that survival mode that was in, I want to say, Modern Warfare 3, that eventually got replaced with zombies, and now Battle Royale mode. But I don't know, man. If you look at racing games, right? I like the tier system of the Crew 1, right? And then they replaced that okay, the Crew 1, you got that when you go through the story mode, you can become a V2, V4, V8, whatever the case is. It seems like something to really strive for. When it goes to the Crew 2, and then Forza Horizon 3 and 4, they have a fan system to where you just drive good or win races and you get fans. That don't really add anything at all to the game. Like, there's no, and then the race types, the different races or types of races that you can actually get into outside of the multiplayer race, X amount of people to X amount of people, whether it's a to Z, or it's a circuit race, or it's an A to Z, I mean like a point to point. It's a sprint race, depending on the game that you're playing. It might be called something different, maybe a point to point or a sprint, which is just from point A to point B on the map, right? Phone going off in the background. But outside of that, what have, like, when I try to play Forza Horizon 4, I get bored fast, and I don't think it's for lack of content, because content, which is content and really having something to do, is kind of two different things. In a sense, you can put as much things as you want in the game and give actual content, but if all those things are repetitive, then you still didn't give me anything to do per se, per that individual. For me, yeah, you got in, maybe I'm just making this up as I go along. Yeah, you got in 30 different sprint races, 30 different circuit races, 20 different maybe different drag strips. Trying to think of something else to name something else. I don't know. Maybe some off-road things. I don't know. Who knows? But if they're all the same, if every time I play a sprint, it seems the same. It's just a sprint in the inner city. It's just like, you're going to get bored, especially when you take into account that these are the same things you've been giving me for years. Every year I play these same things, right? Open world games, what really are we getting? What's the difference between this one and that one? Just as gaming as a whole, it makes me wonder, like, has video games hit their peak, and we just can't be innovative anymore? right? We just look to, we can't think of anything new for whatever reason, so we do twists or very minor innovations to already existing works, and those steps are so small that they might as well not even be there. So I don't know, man, just something I've been thinking about. Yo, you guys let me know what you think. My voice is getting raspy. You guys let me know what you think, man. Are we done? Can we think of nothing else new? Same thing I was thinking when I was playing UFC, I want to say last week maybe, or the week before. Like, why UFC? Now, I like the knockout mode, right? Which is kind of like a boxing, kickboxing, right? Because it's minus the grappling mode in UFC, but UFC is fun. UFC 3 is fun for those of you who haven't played it. There was some issues with the grappling system when it first released that I feel like has been to a degree worked out and is way better than when it originally released. So if you catch that on sale, that game is fun. The graphics is nice. It's nice, man. That's neither here nor there. But I feel like they should be adding UFC 3. That's the number that this one is, or the last one. Should have more mode types or fight types than it has. I feel like it really only has exhibition, right? Which you just pick any fighter, he pick any fighter, at least as long as they're in the same weight class and y'all fight. And then you have knockout mode, which removes the grappling. Then I want to say that's it. Maybe you have something else that I haven't played or maybe really looked at. But that's about it. And how long UFC has been out? Why they haven't made any big leaping innovations? Maybe do some type of 2-on-2, almost like wrestling. Maybe do a 2-on-2 where maybe either both people in a ring, or maybe you can tag out, or maybe there's only one in the ring at a time, one-on-one at a time. Then when one guy get knocked out, his partner comes in, and maybe that one guy can end up with his skills, can take out the other two. His partner never has to be tagged in, or never has to come in, or whatever the case is. Who knows? I don't know, man. But I feel like there could be something way more than what we're getting. Or are we just in a place of comfort to where developers are not even thinking about new things? They're just thinking about being in the box they're comfortable in, and that they're financially comfortable in. Maybe money is getting in the way of innovation. I don't want anything new, because this title that we have here is solidified, and we need to keep making this, and it needs to be the way that it's always been. Otherwise, it's not that. So, no, we're not making anything new. Is that the problem? Do you guys think that's the problem? Do you think we've either hit our innovation cap in video games for the time being, and really nothing new is coming down the road as far as because if you think about it, we got space games, space exploration games, from just flying through space to actually landing on multiple planets and exploring planets, to massive open world games like Anthem, GTA, and Red Dead, to fantasy games, fantasy shooters, Destiny, Halo, and I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. You think we be making everything in between those, but it don't really seem like it. Or maybe the titles that's not getting. I don't know. Maybe those titles not getting enough light, or advertising. Maybe the marketing has been small for those type of titles. I don't know, man. Have we hit that cap? Have we done all that we can do in video games right now? Or are developers and publishers getting lazy and then just a comfort zone to where they know people are going to buy this title as is, so they just copy and paste for years and get as much as they can out of it? Or is it a financial comfort level and they don't want to innovate because they want to keep on, because we keep on buying the same games over and over and over, and they know we're going to buy them? So is it our problem? So is it innovation? Have we hit our innovation cap? Is it a developers and publishers problem, or is it a consumer problem? Because we keep supporting and buying the same games over and over, even when they don't really give us anything new. I don't know, man. You guys let me know, man. This is something I really want to talk about. Excuse me. So please, if you're listening to this podcast on your favorite podcasting platform, go to the Facebook page at AAA Gaming Network. This video will be up there. Also, a video version of this podcast will be up there also. And leave a comment in the comment section. This is something that I've really been thinking about for a while. I mean like months. I think when Forza came out, I was thinking about this, like, dang, why we still got a fan system? It don't even make you feel like, it don't make you want to level up. It don't make you want to progress, because it's like, oh, I'm just getting fans, in-game fans. Like, does that, I don't know, it's like no sense of accomplishment. And when Black Ops 4 came out, I felt the same way. And then Battlefield felt the same way. Red Dead felt the same way. And it was like, I don't know, man. I feel like I've been playing the games that came out last year. I feel like I played those games already, for the most part, in 2017 or 2016, 2015, 2014, and so on and so forth. I feel like I've played those games. Almost every game that came out at the end of 2018, I felt like I played those games prior. But again, you guys let me know, man. This is your boy Ice. I'm not gonna hold y'all up no any further. This is your boy Ice Revolver, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you listen to the podcast. This is AGN GameCast. Make sure you hit that follow button if you're listening to us or watching us on Facebook. Excuse me, on our Facebook page at AAA Gaming Network. Much appreciated, man. Hit that share button, because sharing is caring. I'm not gonna hold y'all too longer. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, where you learn that from?
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Word? Can I borrow that?
You got a PlayStation 2?
Nah, I got GameCast.
GameCast? Well, there's GameCube and then there's Dreamcast. What you got?
Well, I said I got GameCast, man. Damn, I can't afford it.
My bad. I'm just trying to